Wilfredo M. Valva, batch of 1993, Boys Town, Silang Cavite. I'm right now an associate professor of the University of Santo Tomas, Manila. My life before the Sisters of Mary was really totally poor. I was the youngest out of 12 members of the family. My father was a carpenter, my mother was a housewife, and my brothers were tricycle drivers and farmers. Basically, all my family members were working for food, and sometimes there was really no food on the table. We were really so poor. Imagine I was like the youngest out of the 12 members of the family. My eldest brother was a polio victim. My second brother was blind, and our 11th brother had multiple mental problems. And nobody was a professional in my family. They only finished like high school, and I was the only one to finish the university because of the Sisters of Mary. So practically, we were very, very poor, living in a shanty. My life in the Sisters of Mary was totally a heaven. I mean, coming from a destitute family and to be able to go to a school where food was provided, education was provided, clothes were provided, everything was practically provided. So to be away from my family where there was really nothing was really great. I mean, I didn't have to think about my food, my clothes, everything. During Christmas at the Sisters of Mary was really memorable because that Christmas, even though I was away from my family, we had all the best. Like, it was in a Harry Potter film where we got all the best food. I mean, Father Al was joining us for our meals. We had cakes. First time to taste soda during Christmas when you don't really drink soda every day. We only have water and coffee on Sundays. But Christmas and like also our foundation day on August 15, the Assumption of Mary, these two occasions were really good feast days for us, where practically we have cakes, chocolates, sodas, and all the things that we never tasted in our ordinary lives. So I also had beautiful times here because the education was really fantastic. I was able to love education, which I never had in my elementary when I was away from the Sisters of Mary. So coming here in the Sisters of Mary was a total transformation in my life. One, I got to know God, to be with Jesus, as the sisters really, educated us about the value of our faith. Second is to have, a strong camaraderie with children. I mean, the inferiority complex in childhood because we were poor was gone because we were equal here at the Sisters of Mary. And of course, number three is to learn the value of education. And with we are so poor, and yet we got a very international class of our education. And we were so equal here. We were given the right opportunities that other private students, rich students, get to have outside. But here we're poor and we're equal. And with this great education comes great virtues, the virtues of love, humility, and charity. The Sisters of Mary has totally changed my life 360 degrees. One, from being poor now, I have totally become the breadwinner of my family. With the Sisters of Mary, I have become a professional. Now I'm an associate professor at a very prestigious university, the University of Santo Tomas, which is the largest Catholic university in the Philippines and in the whole world. I mean, I am so young and I am now an associate professor. I learned to love the value of English and literature because of the Sisters of Mary. I learned to love reading. I learned to love literature because of Father Al, how he taught us about the beauty of the Bible. And of course, our teachers taught us the beauty, the wonderful world of Shakespeare, of Leo Tolstoy, and all this world of Dante Alighieri. I get to learn. And now, it's not only just loving, but it's now become my bread and butter. With the Sisters of Mary, the poverty that was before, now I'm helping my family. I was able to buy 3 houses and lot for my family. I was able to send my nephews and my nieces to their university. So I'm no longer the professional in my family. Together with my nephews and my nieces, we are changing the landscape of our family. The poor before, now at least becoming a middle class, if not above middle class. thanks to the Sisters of Mary, thanks to Father Al, it has totally changed my life. Now, I am still helping the Sisters of Mary. Because Father Al taught us the value, the virtue of attitude of gratitude. Every year, I'm helping the sisters in recruiting the poorest of the poor in my community. And at the same time, since I'm an elected official in our community, I have served as elected municipal councilor in our community. I'm helping the poorest of the poor. I have a lot of civic works, and I wish that the Sisters of Mary would continue its charism of serving the poor. And at the same time, I will be helping the Sisters of Mary by continuing to spread the good news of Father Ral and of course of Jesus to my co-teachers, to my students, that there is really an existing institution like the Sisters of Mary that truly helps the poorest of the poor.